Okay, so right now, take a moment, fill in your plan book for the whole week. It's over on the board. Obviously, as you get over to Friday, you don't need to write mastery in your plan book, but you can if you want to remind yourself what's coming, but that's not homework, right? The mastery is not homework. That we will take in class, and honestly, we'll probably have to finish it after camp, like when we come back from camp, because we go to camp next week.
Oh, we do?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm really gonna have the most busy week ever because I'm going
Sometimes those are the
camping.
best.
No, I'm going camping over the weekend.
Yeah.
And then I'm going straight to camp.
That's awesome. I'm
And then
jealous.
I have to, as soon as I get home from camp, I have to shower and go to the choir.
Wait, do you guys have like a fall concert on Wednesday?
No, we have to practice for minutes.
On Wednesday evening? Oh, are you on like Capriccio?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And if
Well, I
you're
get
missing,
that.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that. We'll be back at like 3. We'll be back during the school day.
Yeah, I know, but like,
But like, you'll be okay. I promise.
you're so tired.
Okay, guys. So if you don't yet have your 1, 2, 5 out, like we need to work on that because we need to keep getting better. Like the only person who really has an excuse is Donovan because he wasn't here. Aside from that, everyone should have 1, 2, 5 out. If it's not done, what should you be doing right now? Working on it. Because you're tired. Got it?
Yeah, I still know. So I think 1, 2, 4.
Which one is it?
1, 2. What are you asking about?
1, 2, 5 is their final.
No, 1, 2. Look at the board. 1, 2, 5 is due today. This is why I do not let you turn in your work early.
No, I know. I know that Jen is missing. I thought I was missing. I counted. So yeah, I'm not sure. I thought not too.
So guys, like we talked about last week, we are running into some issues with some people copying. So some days, so we're going to review that today. So that's a brilliant question from Raphael. Is I need to review how to add fractions, right? That's one of the tough problems on the back of this. So like 106, if you don't know how to do that, the worst thing you could do right now is like copy down my work, which is why I'm not showing you my work. If you're going to cheat, you have to do it on your own time, right? We talked about this last week, but just copying is cheating, right? I make it available so you can check things, but if you're not putting an effort in your copying, you at least have to do that on your own time. This is for us to check our answers if we did it on our own. So if you didn't get it done, that still needs to be a priority for this week. Any questions that your answer disagrees with their answer, and therefore you would like to double check that the answer key is actually correct and that they didn't make a mistake? That's wasteful, right? That's still fine. You just do that, flatten it out a little bit if you want. We're not going to waste paper. In your plan book, which some of us need to start using. So I know some of us already put this away, but it shouldn't be that far to get back out. In your plan book, there is a to-do list. So over in your first period column, you should have 1, 2, 6 for today. And that was also homework from Friday, right? Like we wrote it down on Friday. I gave it to you on Friday. But then in your to-do list, if you still don't have 1, 2, 5 done, you need to, because it's late now, you need to write down 1, 2, 5 so you remember to do it. And then what I like to do out here is make little boxes so I can check it off once I'm done with it. This is your to-do list for any classes, right? Whether it's revisions or missings or whatever. Any questions, like you got it wrong or your answer disagrees with their answer, and we want to check who got it right. right, if 125 is done, go ahead and turn it in. If 12, or you should have 126 unless you weren't here on Friday. So if you weren't here, just stick up a hand and I'll bring it around to you. A lot of us weren't here on Friday. Anywhere. I actually have something to give away as prizes, but we got to figure out when we're.
Fidget spinnies.
So you waited until I was done begging for, doesn't even have any questions to now ask about it.
So 103B, Christian's now asking about 103B. 103B asks about the equivalent, here, let me pull mine out, the equivalent fractions. So I will show you mine on this. So 2/5, and I forget if we did this in this class when we went over it in class. I could call this, sorry, we'll wait for it to focus for a second. I could call this 2 out of 5 if I look at the rows. I could call this 10 out of 25, right? I kind of show all this up there. I could even call it 40 out of 100 if I really wanted to. And Tony decided to write it. That is what fraction in the form blank. Now, there should have been a slash mark here. Sorry, no, I got some glare. Like blank divided by 10. So, oh, sorry, that's Friday's alarm. Hey, on Friday, you would be like finishing a class right now. So 2/5, whatever we do on bottom, we do on top, and they can all be equivalent to a whole lot of other forms. Does that make sense? Yes, no? You got to help me out. So all of these fractions are equal to each other, even though they use different numbers. Right? So equivalent fractions, just we did the same on top and bottom. It's got to be multiply or divide. Right? But we did the same on top and bottom. We get new forms of equal fractions. All right, so we need to move on. If 125 is done, turn it in, but you guys know it's due by the end of the day, so if you still need AR extensions to finish it, that's fine. I need you to pull out 126 and start chatting with your teammates. Now, this I don't think is on your paper, so guys, what do we always need? Yeah, we always need graph paper, right? So on your graph paper, I got a challenge for you and your teammates to talk about and figure out how to tackle it. On your graph paper, and you can write down 109 if you would like to number it. Probably always good to number things if you can. All right, so 109. One-fourth plus 5/12. I want you and your teammate, or teammates, or you can move if you're at a table by yourself, or you can turn and talk. You can turn and talk. Figure out how to add those fractions together.
Oh, find a common denominator, which is 12. So you do 4 times 3, which would be 3/12, and then it would be 8/12. Yeah. Yeah. Did your schedule get changed? Yeah. Well, that would be 3. What letter is 8? Do I have how much
Donovan, is that a hand? What's that? So I can give you my copy of 126 since you weren't here. So you already have this down. So this is not on here. Like we're doing 109, it's not on here. So we're just writing on our graph paper. So you write down 1/4 plus 5/12. And then maybe Christian can help you a little bit since you weren't here last week. You might need to remember what fractions you need before we can add them. So guys, I normally don't collect classwork, but if it starts to become a thing where like I have to individually invite you to write down what I asked the whole class to write down, we'll just start to collect the classwork. It's kind of annoying, but it's more annoying for you than it is for me. I can check papers pretty quickly. So if you haven't written this down yet, do it.
It's like this.
If you haven't written this down yet,
So you
do
have to find
it.
the common denominator, and that would be 12 because 4 times 3 is 12. So then the math, it would be 3, 12 plus 5, 12. And then you can get the answer pretty simply, which is 8.
All right,
12.
bring it back up here.
Simplify it.
It's okay. It's okay to not know what you're doing. What's not okay is to not try. So it's okay if we forgot what exactly we need to do here, because actually the team that we're going to look at, did 3 different things. So Lily ended up writing that out. Armando wrote that out. And Jose wrote that out.
They're all correct.
Okay, so who's right?
Yes. All of them. Hold on. Can I
Ooh,
We got a lot of people.
schedule change. What?
How could you?
I'll shuffle.
That doesn't mean all. Please?
We gotta let others have a chance.
Maddie ended up on top again. Maddie, do you know what Lily did?
So Lily, well,
Or I can ask a different question. Is somebody up here like matching what you guys did?
yeah,
Who up here matches what you guys did?
Armando.
Armando? Alright, talk me through Armando then.
Okay, so what Armando did, or what we did, is since 4 goes into 12 3 times, the common denominator could be 12.
So hold up. So what Maddie and Misk did was they said 4 can become 12, and that is 4 times 3. So what we need to do is multiply by 3. But guys, be careful. If you just say multiply by 3, it's 3 over 3, right? We're really multiplying by 1. So remember that we're technically multiplying by 1. So go ahead and continue, Maddie.
And so we just took the 1 and multiplied it by 3
So why didn't you do anything over here?
because it's already 12.
Oh, it's already the denominator that you want to work with. So you don't need to do anything over here. And then, and I think I heard you guys say just, but then we,
Simplify. Or
by, what did you do to simplify? Either of you.
just
You can tag
divide
me.
by 4.
Well, so then we just, so after we did the multiplications, we just add the numerators. Guys, here's the trap door. Your denominators stay the same. Some of you will try to add the denominators. In multiplication, you have to do the denominator also. Okay, so wait. So Armando's right. Do we agree that Armando's right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who got 8 12s? Who got maybe? Well, this can be reduced, right? Because Miss, didn't you just say divide by 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
2/3.
So this can actually become 2/3. You're saying?
Mhm.
So we divide by 2 on top and bottom. Who got 2/3? Did anybody get 32 over 48? Gabe did. Did anybody get 16 over 24? Ooh. So wait. So Gabe, how did you end up with 30? What did Lily do? Wow, that's kind of funny. But Gabe, like, can you talk me through this?
Well, she found that 4 and 12 have a common denominator of 48.
So, guys, give me your eyes up here. This, Lily's method, Lily/Gabe, will always work with 2 fractions. What Lily did was she said, I know that 4 times 12 is the same thing as 12 times 4. So if we just do times 12 over 12 over here and times 4 over 4 over here, you know that your denominator is going to work out. You don't even have to think about it. So that's one route that will always work. And then, of course, this could be reduced. Anyone want to really do you want to talk through Jose?
Oh, that's how you say it? Okay.
It should have a little like accent,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's I think when it copy pasted.
Josway.
Yeah.
I just got the even denominator, the common denominator by 12 times 2, and I got 4 went into
So, guys, who's right?
all of that.
All of them. It's not about right versus wrong, but they are all right. It's about the process. Right? What they did, everybody's correct. Questions? There's not one right answer, which makes my grading a bit more difficult. Alright, so reminder, when we're thinking about common denominators, what we're thinking about is multiples. Guys, I got a multiplication table back there that goes up to 12 by 12. There's one in the CPM, like resources. I might even print you guys one. I might print one and we can put it in a page protector sleeve. But so if we were looking for common denominators between 6 and 8, you look at both columns and you say what number exists in both. And then we can use that. Now, 24 also exists in both. But 48 would be perfectly fine to use if we were dealing with something like this. So this is on your paper. So not graph paper, but on your actual worksheet. So go ahead and pull your worksheet for today. Right, so right here in the middle of the front. Now wait a minute. Do we just have 2 fractions here? No, we have 3. All right, so try this out with your team. Try this out with your team. Give other people time to think.
Fractions are my specialty. Anyway, so basically you want just cut out the one.
Actually, 1, 2, 6.
I did.
Ah. Like
I didn't know until just now.
you could do all of them.
Oh yeah, because Friday. That makes sense.
Which would be 60.
Your count 3.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with 60 for all of them because
Notice the
13.
tall spaces at the edge of your paper
Yeah.
that we call margins. If you're trying to list multiples, using one of the margins to list out your multiples is a really good idea. So if I'm thinking about multiples of 6, over on the right side of my paper, or left, you might be writing like 6, 12, and just keep going, right? It's like 6, 12. Alright, keep rolling. But now we need to find one from all of them.
And then for 5.
We need to probably make like 3 lists.
Hold on, I should probably. Okay.
So, how many probably? We need to list out.
What's 15 times 3?
4.
30.
It's 35. Okay, so base 35 over 60.
Multiples of 6. I want to start at 4.
And then add all those up, and then you get it. So, it's 35 over 12. Yeah. Never. The Sony water.
I have art with this.
Go ahead and start listing. Just like I don't know what you see up there. Making sure we don't need glasses.
Hold on. So it would be. It would be 50. No, it would. It'd be 97 over 60, but you need to simplify. You cannot leave a fraction like that. So you need. So there would be 160. Then there would be 37. So 37. 1 and 37 over 60. Done.
Brain done.
I'm so cool. Please, can I answer this?
Let's see what the cards say.
No.
Yeah.
It's like that one scene in The Princess and the Frog where it's like, look up.
Jana, would you like to help me out?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you list out some multiples of 6 for me?
6, 12, 18, 24, and 30.
Is that enough for what we're doing here?
No.
Okay, so we probably need to list more then. Can you keep going?
36.
I mean, you guys can join in.
Okay, well,
Like any.
42, 49, 54, 60.
Wait. 40.
49.
48.
Oh, wait, no, 48.
48.
50.
54 and 60.
60. Okay. So, guys, if you are struggling on this at all, step one is list multiples. Why are we smushing our face? Okay, but not because of math. Okay. Any questions on the multiples of 6? I'm literally like copying down the multiplication table. Hey guys, I didn't think to have it ready for today, but I know some of us are a little rusty. I'll try to print some multiplication tables for us. So now, I probably need some multiples of 4. Lily, would you like to help me with multiples of 4? I mean, up until what we, or I mean,
No.
do you just already know, or do I need to list the multiples of 4? Why?
You can like 4 times 8, 8 times 4, whatever.
Okay, I believe you, but we have 3 fractions here.
Well, you only
Sure.
have to
What's that?
find them individually.
Okay.
Or just know them.
I'm guessing Alex isn't here today. Maybe my cards got moved up again. Lindy, you got any ideas for me? What do you mean? So what we were discussing, and maybe we're focused on something else, is do I need to list the multiples of 4? Like 4, 8, 12, 16, or can I avoid that? Okay, Ivan?
So 4 times 15 is 60.
Ivan says, wait a minute, I don't need to list out the multiples if I already know that this is 4 times 15. If we listed the multiples, and you could check back there, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 40, and that doesn't go quite far enough, but Ivan said, oh, I know, 60 is a multiple of 4.
Also 5 times 12.
And also 5 times 12.
Miss.
Wow.
But I used the cards.
Cards.
So, guys, if you're not like on Ivan's level yet, this is why we do this together. So, hold on. I'm going to say it again. Ivan thought through the multiples of 6. Even if he didn't list them all, he thought through them until he found one that is also a multiple of 4 and a multiple of 5. Because now he's going to go back up here and do what with 5, 6? Do you want to talk me through it?
Yeah.
Okay, talk me through.
So you do 12 times 5.
All right, so the 5 needs times 12. So times 12
And then on the
and on top, right?
12.
Okay.
Then it equal 12.
Ooh, hold on. What else do I, you're right, but what else do I need to do up here?
And then do 15 for the 4.
Ooh, this is times 15.
And then for the 5 times 12.
Wait, 6. What needs to happen over here? What does 6 need multiplied by?
Times 10.
Ah, times 10 over here.
And then all the bottoms are 60. Now it's 50.
Ah, yeah. My bad. Thanks for the catch. 50.
And then it's 45
45.
and 12. Now since you have all the common denominators, you can add them all together and you get your answer.
Add what all together?
All the top numbers.
The numerators, right? We're going to add the numerator. What's 50 plus 45?
49.
95. Right, careful, you just went too fast. 95 plus 10 more. 105 plus 2 more. 107. Good work, sir. Questions? Yes. No? That was up, down, real fast.
Oh, wait, this isn't?
Is it about this?
You have
We said it. Improper. But does anything tell us that we have to simplify or have to make it mixed? Okay, so you can leave it like this, or if you're like Addie and that bothers you, that is fine. It would be 1 and 47 sixtieths, and then that might simplify further. Questions?
A really big fraction.
Well, I mean,
Well,
it's
a
bigger
really-
than 1.
Well,
It's not that big.
yeah. I was saying that, and then I was like, well, actually, it's a fraction.
Practice with these situations.
We don't.
I know this is on your graph paper. On your graph paper, let's just get some good practice. Call me over, or call Miss Martin over, or call Ivan over if you need help. Shoot, I'm gonna have to start paying Ivan. Or Misk. I haven't let Misk show off. She's very mad at me, but
Wait, what number is it?
this is 112. Here, let's do ABC, then we'll all do D together. Ha, do D. Ha, do D.
Wow, very mature. Very.
You know why you become a middle school teacher, right? Because then you don't have to grow up.
Where did my graph paper go? Oh, there. Okay. So, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna follow my. Huh? Oh.
All right, so the first couple, like these first 3, are just the 2 fraction situations, right? I'm giving you a second, and I'm going to walk around and help.
If you finish early, like, could you give us the third one, please?
The 4th one, yeah, I'll put it up there, like, right now. But you could also, like, pop around and make sure that other people know what they're doing. You could help out your classmates if you want. Anyone know a good shortcut to try first? Misk, what's a good shortcut to try first?
Like, hold on. So, try to find a denominator. Hold on, how do I say this?
My bad.
Try to find an equivalent denominator for both numbers, and then start. Hold on.
So I'm trying to clean this up so they're not blurry. A good shortcut to start is, can my little denominator become my bigger one? So can 4 become 6? No. So that does not work in A. Sometimes it works. Does not work in A. Shh. Spoiling the movie, Ivan. Remember when I called you out and I said, like, you can't pull one over on me. I know how good you are in math. You just showed how good you are at math in front of the whole class, dude. So, yeah. Alright, so Misk is probably going to revolt if I don't keep cycling through the cards.
Yeah.
So, Raphael, when we look at A, and you look at 4 and 6, can you think of a multiple they can both get up to?
No, because there's a reason I was asking the question.
You're good. We're just going to do these all together so that we can help each other, right? Oh my God. Misk, would you like to walk me through A?
Actually, can I do D?
Can you do
D.
Do D? Yes, you can do D. Because okay. Donovan, 4 and 6. Can you think of a multiple?
My calculator is kind of broken.
Well, good thing we don't need a calculator. Donovan? Yeah, because 4, 8, 12, and 6, 12, like, I don't need to go very far. 12 is that common multiple between them. So, what do I do to the 1/4? Careful. And guys, those of you who keep saying multiply by 3, you gotta say 3 over 3, or you gotta say on top and bottom. So this becomes 3/12. What does 5/6 need to multiply by? 2 over 2. So this is just on graph paper. This is what happens when you go to the restroom sometimes, right? So this is just on graph paper. So you're good, just catch up. It is 112. It's the next question. It's just not on your class paper. Margo? Oh, sure. Now that we've got the work written out.
Do not erase.
Absolutely. What's the answer, Mario?
32.
We
13 twelfths.
And 1/12.
Questions? Margo, you want to do B or you want to move on since you just talking about that?
So
Would you like to help me with B? Your card's yes. Okay, totally fine. I mean, do you want to do it live or do you want to move on? I don't know what that means. Okay. Keegan, can you help me with B?
You know, I'll gladly do 2.
So, first thing we might ask ourselves, can 3 become 7? No. Guys, I see some people that I'm worried that when we take our mastery on Friday, you're going to be like all sad and freaked out and be like, oh my gosh, why didn't I know this? This is the stuff to expect on your mastery. If you're not paying attention now, and you couldn't do this on your own, well, I don't understand the choices you're making. So, 7 and 3. If we list out the multiples of 7, the other shortcut that Ivan told us about, I think, Maddie, are you going to tell me why or where I can go from here?
no.
No?
I just found out something about the problem. I was going to talk about it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So with this one, I don't know why, but it's kind of confusing because the common denominator is 21.
Yeah.
But 7 times 3 is 21. And
So-
3 times 7.
This is like shortcut number 2, where if you just multiply them with each other, so times 3 times 3 times 7 times 7. 3 times 7 is the same thing as 7 times 3. This is that method I said will always work if you only have 2 fractions. You only have 2 fractions. So yeah, 3 times 7, 7 times 3, great. This becomes, gotta multiply those, so 6 over 21 plus 14 over 21. I'm gonna give you guys another couple minutes in case you didn't do C or D yet. In case we didn't do C or D yet. Make sure we got work shown, what we're multiplying by on tops and bottoms. Factors listed if we need them.
Yep.
Is this right? Do this right now. You're just sitting here chilling. Do it right now.
We never got a 1.126, right? This is
Well, so what we want is to get to percent form. So percent. Yeah, like of 100, right? So you want to turn that denominator into 100. The times might be a little tricky to figure out. Like, I don't think the nice number is turn 6 into 100. So it might be hard to figure out what that number is. All right, Addie, can you help me out with Seattle? Now, is the answer the focus here? Can you help me know what to do, not just what the answer is? Sure, if you want. Here, let's get a color that will show up. Hey guys, you got Addie up at the board, which means she gets more respect from you than even I do. So what Addie did was she realized we can take one of the shortcuts here and just make our littler denominator turn into the bigger denominator. Yeah, but we're kind of interchangeable words. So Addie multiplied now I have Addie and Maddie in the same class, and this is going to get tricky. Addie multiplied by 6 over 6. Now I'm going to interject real quick. Maddie might be smart enough to skip over this work, but what I would need to write... Or I'm going to start paying candy when I call you guys the wrong names. But the 5/12ths. The 5/12ths. Addie said is fine. This turns into... No, you're good. 6/12ths. And that. So any questions for Addie?
Addie, can you move? I can't really see the screen. Sorry.
No, but like you're so that's your question, right? You're in charge of that. Any questions for Addie? Because what you did is totally correct. Very good work. Misk already asked to do D because I caught on them for an earlier one. Because we were moving on, and if you didn't do it on your own, but I mean. So hold up. Yeah, because she needs space.
It's a long problem.
So I can come back there and help you, right? Because if Misk is up at the board, then I can walk around and help people. There you go, Misk. Show as much work as you would like.
Long problem, then I'm pretty sure I did it.
Hey guys, I don't know why we all just started talking as Misk took over. Remember, she gets more respect. It's probably just being mad at you. What color do you want?
Okay, guys. So, you can do this in 2 ways. You could first find out, I mean, this is what I used to do, but I don't do it anymore. You could first find out 2 and then add in 1/5, or you could do them all together. So, which one would you like to go with? You pick this.
You're so slay, miss. You pick.
Second option altogether?
All together.
Okay. So, what common denominator would you pick? 42 and 5.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. No, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Lily. 60. It could be 60, but there's something even
I'm
lower.
next to her. You should get it.
I know, but eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
Oh my
god.
Hollers, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Why
didn't you
explain?
It was just
It could be 60.
It was gonna be right next to her.
But listen, it's funny, but it could be 60. Like, you're really correct, but it takes too much work and effort, so 20 would be simpler. Yeah,
She's just advanced.
okay, good job.
Simpler.
Lily. 20 and 60. We're gonna go with 20. So, what times 4 would equal 20?
Hey guys, all of us talking at the same time isn't working very well. So like Misk and or whoever's helping Misk.
So then, 5 times 3, 15. Out of 20. Okay, so then what times 2 equals 20?
Okay, so while we're getting used to this, hold on, Misk, if you're gonna be at the board, you gotta show your work. And I know you think you're showing your work. You're showing about half of it. We gotta show. And guys, I'm not joking. Unless you would like to do your test twice, which is fine. You can do it as many times as you want. What Misk needs to be showing so I know that they weren't just copying is this is how we got to there. Times 5 over 5. Or like whatever we do to the 1/2, we gotta show it.
Did that change colors?
Yeah, because Etsy wasn't that, so, you know.
Sorry, that's my fault.
It's fine.
Miss.
Anyway, continue. So, just shout out. What times 5 equals 20?
Misk, you got 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. So then, like, times 4.
Miss did it right.
Hurry up. You got it.
Okay, second 50 plus 10 is 4 times 1 now.
Miss 6 per grade.
69.
Two to become.
Or one can
Wait, what the heck?
Hold on.
Wait, how do you have 4?
4/20ths, because 1/5 got multiplied by 4 over 4.
No, that's. I was
Hold
wondering how she had 4 fractions, even though there's only 3 in the. Oh.
No,
She added them up. That's why.
That should have said
Yeah,
equals.
equals.
That should say equals.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well then clip your papers in and have a wonderful day. These all add up.
I slay.
Over 20.
Miss,
Which
oh
makes
my
sense.
gosh.
Alright, so you can keep this paper and use that kind of as your notes paper. So I found Marco some tires when his parents got him up with his sister. Apparently she was getting up early,
Like,
and they thought that he needed to get up at the same time. So maybe that's a conversation to have with them, right? Or maybe we might need to go to bed a little bit sooner. I don't know. You tell me. What's the homework for tonight?
1.2.6.
Yeah.
But I already did it, so I
Good.
don't know.
Yeah.
Woo!